Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. It's time for Rimeskull. Now, this is the first of a couple of exploration-themed scenarios. There's one in the next adventure as well, where it's not about gathering allies, but more about climbing mountains and trudging through the cold. So anyway, in this scenario, in the original version, you have 7 identical locations. In each location, there is a henchman, which is interesting because it is a barrier, not a monster. And you basically just have to close them all. Once they're all closed, then you go to the middle. And in the middle, there's just one card, which is the villain. So it's nice in that way. You don't have to worry about scouting the villain. It's just a very meat and potatoes kind of game where you're just trying to get through the locations, find the henchman, and move on. Now, in the legendary version, there's a scroll bar bug, and you can't see what the hell the rule is, so let's dive into it and find out what misery and woe await us. As long as it's not as bad as the last one, I'm gonna be okay. Or at least I'm gonna be happy. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay, but okay. So, difficulty extra require boon. Alright, this is actually not bad. I mean, this is pretty much a blank, because this is kind of irrelevant, especially in this scenario. There's no real good boons to find, as far as I can remember. And then this is okay too, because when you use your auguries, you want to call barrier, because the henchmen are barriers, and it sucks to call augury on monsters and then have the henchmen show up and get shuffled away. So if there's an additional barrier in each location, I mean, that's not good, it's never good, but it's mitigated actually by the rules of this scenario, because, you know, these barriers are more likely to get found by the auguries that you're calling and then get put to the bottom. So here's the extra rule. Oh, geez. Oh, so everybody basically discards a card at the beginning of their turn. Awesome. Now, here's the villain. So this is a combat 20, combat 24, pretty big deal. And on top of that, everybody takes damage. I don't know how this would ever happen. This is clearly not relevant to this scenario. It's one of those instances where Paizo just wrote rules text. Just in case people used this villain in their homebrews or something. This is never going to happen, because the only way you can get to him in this scenario is if you closed all the other locations. Let's take a look at the henchmen. So it's these stoneheads. You can do combat on them. Mercifully, if they were disable 16s, this would be a ridiculous scenario, but they are barriers. And on top of that, you actually have a different way to defeat them. You can bury a spell, and it automatically defeats this thing, which is nice. It actually rewards you for having casters in your party and for having some junk spells that you can hold on to. On top of that, if you don't do this, then everybody at the location takes some damage. And as an extra bonus, if you'd fail to defeat this thing, it goes on top of the location deck, which is really, really helpful. So I don't anticipate this scenario actually being that difficult. Basically, you don't want to group people up, because if you do, then everyone takes damage. And yeah, let's take a look at the movement thing. So you want to kind of start at the locations that are farthest away from the Sahedron circle, so that people can move towards it. I guess you can bury, you can what's the phrase? You can double up with your casters and have them trounce through the locations, but I think that would be a little bit unwise, because then you might end up with a bunch of locations that don't get closed. Yeah, the movement rules do make this tough, huh? Because if one character lags behind the others, it can cause some problems. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and start at the ends. I guess I'm going to put my... Let's see, everything is a distance of 2 away. Yeah, everything's a distance of 2 away, except for these 3, which are a distance of 1 away. So it doesn't really matter. As long as it's not these 3, everything is pretty much symmetrical mathematically here. Whatever. I'm just going to split people up. And just let it be how it is. Oh, I see. So if you do it like this, though, then you end up having to pair up some people. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put Sione and Ezrin together, because they both have spells. And then Kira and Sela will go together. I'm just going to make sure that they each hang on to a spell. You know what might be smarter? Let's split them up. Yeah, let's do it like this. That way, if Sela doesn't get a spell, or if Kira doesn't get a spell, then they're with 2 characters who have tons of spells, and they can pass one over at the beginning of their turns. How about that? Okay, so then Amiri and Harsk definitely need to be separated, because they don't have spells, and then when they defeat the stone circles, they're going to be damaged. Now, you could do a little trickery. You could, for example, have Harsk and Amiri start with someone else and, like, pass them a spell, but the problem is my casters don't actually have enough spells, I don't think, to actually give everybody a spell. Or do they? Let me think about this. There's only 1 monster in each location. Maybe I should just do it that way, huh? Just to have, like, Ezra and Sione pass off their spells. They only need 1 combat spell for the 1 monster that's in there. That's so interesting. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but this is what we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna have Ezra and Sione go first, so that they can pass people spells. And Kira, I guess, should go earlier as well. All the people with spells will go earlier. All the people without spells go later. We'll try it like that. That's kind of a weird strategy I just came up with. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's give it a shot. Maybe it'll make things a bit easier. Oh, frick, I forgot about this. Oh, God, this is awful. So everyone has to discard a card at the beginning of their turn. That's actually kind of serious. Okay, so what am I going to discard? Well, definitely not a spell, right? That's pretty clear. I don't think I actually need Medusa's Mask here, because the villain's in his own place, so this is an easy pick. Okay, let's do that. Now, the question is always, do I augury first, and then explore, or explore first, then augury? If I augury first, I might get the henchman right away. I have a 3 and 8 chance of doing it. However, if I explore first, I have a 3 and 7 chance of finding the henchman. And the opportunity cost is that if I had auguried, I might have found the henchman right away instead of wasting a turn exploring. I think I'd rather get the extra chance of just getting the henchman, though. So I'm going to explore first. We have a stone giant. This is the one monster in this location. It's a pretty big combat check. Can I get away with a scorching ray? Let's see how good this is. 74%, 87%. Yeah, this is fine. 100%. Why is that the case? Oh, that's actually kind of nice. So whenever you defeat a henchman, you actually move away from the location. That's actually very handy. That makes things a lot easier. Okay, so I can just use my Scorching Ray. That's fine. Note that I could have cast Augury first, naming monsters, then I would have found that guy. But remember, you don't really want to play Augury in this scenario on monsters. That's my opinion anyway. I mean, I guess there is room for strategic disagreement there, but I don't think it's correct to call augury on monsters because of the risk of finding the henchman. Alright, I don't think I need to save the haste, so I'm going to go ahead and explore again. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I totally forgot to pass a spell off to people at the beginning of the turn. That was the whole point of everything that I did. Oh my god, I'm terrible. Alright, well anyway, let's just keep exploring. Descent. Oh, that is a really good one. That's a good one. I really like that one. Oh man, I hope I get it. Okay, let's take a look at the situation here. Disintegrate is a very strong spell. It's a deck 5, so you can never just get it automatically. Oh, ho, ho. Boons are harder to get by 5, so it's a 19 instead of a 14. But notice there's a 4d6, and it defeats things even that wouldn't be defeated, although I don't know. It doesn't work on villains, of course. That's pretty much the main thing. Am I willing to spend a blessing on this? Well, maybe if I can do a double blessing. Wow, we're actually kind of low on blessings here. There's an improved guidance there. Blessing of the gods. No, I guess I don't really have any intelligence blessings, do I? No Pharasmas either, so there's nothing to combo with guidance. Alright, well, I'm gonna try it. This is such a good spell that I think it's worth going for. 80%. Alright, we'll take an 80% chance. And we got it. Alright, nice. So we picked it up. Maybe I could have considered not using improved guidance here, because then I could have passed it off on somebody. And if I had passed it off, then they would have had an extra card to defeat the henchman with. I get a free exploration, by the way, because I picked up a magic item. This is an armor. Oh, monkeys can't pick up armor, item, or weapons only. Darn, it's magic. I'd get an extra exploration that way. This thing, obviously, I'm not going to get, so we're just going to let this go. Alright, and with only 5 cards left, I am going to go for Augury here, naming Barrier. I have a 60% chance of finding the henchman. I didn't find the henchman, but I did find a regular barrier, which is sort of an irritation, and it's kind of like a free extra exploration. This thing is annoying, so it's not like a totally safe, you can ignore it type of barrier, so I'm pretty happy that I found it. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we can get here. Flask of Shock, nice! Not that it makes any difference. Oh god, I really can't believe I forgot to give someone a spell at the beginning of my turn. That was just hilariously stupid. Alright, so we're going to end the turn here. Don't think I need to stride. Alright, didn't use up too many resources. Got a good spell for the future. And now I'm going to remember to give somebody a spell. So first of all, she does have to discard a card. I think we can pretty safely get rid of Necklace of Fireballs. That seems like a good one to get rid of. I don't think I'm going to need that. Now, I need to give somebody a card. That's right. Alright, so we're going to give a Miri a teleport. She will bury this to defeat a henchman. And I'm going to follow the same strategy as Ezra. I'm going to explore first, then going to scry. There's a stone head. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to bury Scorching Ray. I think scrying is a bit too useful to bury. To defeat this without taking any damage. This is one case where my rather unorthodox party composition, which includes both of the arcane casters, is actually quite good for me. You know, I shouldn't have put them here. I should have actually put them like here or here so that there wasn't overlap with this location. Now I'm forced to have people moving to one that's adjacent to the center when I would have rather done it the other way around. But okay, it's fine. It's okay. So... What? When you defeat a henchman automatically, then each character at that location moves to an open Stonehead location. Each character! Why didn't these people move? Hello? Oh, wow, that's kind of a bad bug. That can potentially mess you up pretty good. Okay. Well, I could keep on exploring here, although if I find the monster, it would suck. I'd also have to bury Scrying, which I don't really want to do. So I'm just going to cast Scrying, naming Barrier. And we'll do it, we'll do it at the location I'm planning to go to. See if I can get lucky. And I do. Alright, so there was a stone head right up at the top. Trap spell book. This is an interesting one. I mean, it's good to get more spells, especially in this scenario. So how greedy do I want to be? I'd have to spend... Let's think about this. Intelligence. Okay, so she'd be rolling a d10 plus 7. I'd have to spend, like, a blessing. I can actually use a Pyromaniac Mage. Yeah, I can do this with a single blessing on her next turn. I think it's worth it to get the extra spells. And to, not only because that might help me close locations in this scenario, but because I could just get some useful spells. She only has Incendiary Cloud right now. That's kind of annoying. Alright, in this scenario, I think with Sela, I will just Hail Mary cards from the deck, because there's a chance they get recharged instead of discarded. And, yeah, it's only a 1 1/4 chance, but it's worth it compared to just guaranteed discarding a card. Alright, so she's got Cure. I'm going to try to hang on to that to kill the stone heads with, and then I'm going to move over here. This is definitely a bug. She should absolutely not be here. So I was actually robbed of scouting potential from her, because I wasn't moved away. Find traps. Alright, that's a nice pickup because it is a spell. It's a dumb spell. It's a crappy spell, but it is good to have. 75% odds. Aerostill. I don't think I have any Aerostills. Alright, we'll just take 75% chance. If I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. If I do get it, it's nice. Alright, so we got the Find Traps. Fancy schmancy. Alright, I'll spend a blessing to well, let's see. I don't have to use a blessing to explore. Blessings... Although, what are blessings for, really? If I'm using spells to kill the henchman, what are the blessings actually for? Yeah, I'll just use one to explore. It's fine. Short bow plus 1 doesn't do me any good, and it's a crappy weapon, so we're just going to let it go. And I could actually spend a blessing to explore and then cast Cure now that I have Find Traps to bury to kill my next stone head. It's an interesting idea. Sure, let's do that. Let's just get some cards out of the hand. Chainmail of Poison Resistance. Not worth it. Alright, so I'll just cast Cure just to get it out of my hand. Well, do I need to cure Sione? Sione's only got 1 card in her. Okay. So yeah, I'll just do it so that I can draw more of... Of course, now I rolled a 4. Oh, hilarious. So I can draw more cards. Getting lucky with those blessing flips. Ooh, just barely. Thanks to that power feat, adding my +1s. Alright, let's go ahead and scout. That's a stone head. Nice. Okay, so whoever goes here can close that place. That's nice. Let's get rid of the armor. We don't really... Well, actually, there is that damage at the end. I guess they all hang on to the armor. I don't need both the Glaive and the Falcon, though. We'll just keep it like that. Okay. So Kira's up. Gotta discard a card. Definitely not the Major Cure, because I want to use that to kill the henchman with. I guess I have 2 weapons, so I'll get rid of one of them. Now, this place, this henchman... Oh, no, this is Ezrin's location, right. Yeah, she wants to explore. She wants to find that henchman. Right, okay, let's do this. There's a stone head, nice. Alright, so we're going to bury Major Cure to avoid any problems. I think Paizo maybe went a little bit too nice with those stone henchmen, or stone head henchmen. But I'm not complaining, because the last scenario was terrible enough to last a lifetime. Alright, so Amiri, don't see much of a reason to do well on this check, especially because I have my Staff of Minor Healing. I'm going to keep the Spyglass. We're going to discard a Mako, then use the Staff of Minor Healing to get a Mako back. Now I've got the Teleport ready to go in case I find a stone head. Did I find a stone head? I did find a stone head. Okay, so let's go here. Bury my teleport. Whine some more about the fact that this bug is... Well, you know what? Honestly, like, it's fine. What is here? Oh yeah, this is the spellbook. So she does not want to explore that. She is not my specialist for, you know, defeating a wisdom or intelligence-based barrier. What I'm going to do here is pull... I think I want to pull Sela over so that Sela can move on to this location. Alright, Harsk actually has a chance of making this. Oh, one short. You know, old Harsk would have actually made that. In this scenario, I don't think I need both the ring and the snakeskin tunic, so let's get rid of the ring. Harsk doesn't have any spells. So I guess it really makes sense to... Well, let me eagle up. Let me eagle up right where he is to see if the next thing is the barrier, because I don't want to fight the barrier. It's not. It's a Sin Spawn Axeman. Well, that's fine. So there's only one monster per location. I'll just go ahead and kill this one. Let's recharge that axe. Reveal my tunic. 85%, huh? Well, I don't really want to play Incendiary Cloud because that's the only spell she has at the moment. But we'll play this orb. Oh, the 2d4. God, that's so good. Oh, my God, it's so good. It hurts. Okay. So that was nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the quill. I'm not going to use where I am. I'm going to do this one. There's a 5/8 chance of finding the henchman among the top 5 cards. And I do. Okay, do I want anything else? Cryptic message, what are you? Oh, yeah, that's just a spyglass, which I don't need. So, yeah, we're going to put the henchman on top there. So that one's ready to go. And I don't want to explore this place because I might run into the henchman. I don't have any weapons for killing it with either, so we're good. Scout, see what the next card is. It's the henchman. Well, I'm glad I didn't do it. Okay. So... barely recharging the orb. Thank goodness. It's not a driving rain. Alright, now we're up to... whose turn? Ezrin's turn. Alright, so Ezrin... definitely going to be discarding something. I think, well... the Flask of Shock could help against the villain. The monkey, I don't think we're gonna... I think we're gonna be fine without any extra explorations from Ezrin. So now Ezrin's left all alone, so he can't pass off any spells, because I'm awesome at this game. Wait, where's the final location that I'm trying to go to? Are there 8 of these stone circles? No, this is the Sahedron circle. Right, this is still reading the text of where he is. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Nothing's wrong here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. And I guess we're just gonna do the stone head, right? Might as well. Okay, so we're gonna bury the acid arrow. And close this place off. Now I need to move here, which is good because then the other people, Harsk will follow me in, and then in the beginning of his next turn I can give him a thing. Oh, there's a stone head here too. Oh, shoot, I wish I could actually explore again. That'd be nice if I could explore again, but I can't because I threw away my monkey because I'm awesome at this game. Well, does Kira have a spell she can use? She's got Augury. Do I need Augury anymore? Not really. There's only one place left. So, yeah, I don't need Augury. She can just bury the Augury. That's fine. Okay, and then she can close it. I guess now I am done with Ezrin. I don't see any need to stride. Alright. You're up. Constitution. Keeping the spell, definitely. I guess the Troubadour is my weakest link, so goodbye. Let's go here. Alright, so I'm going to explore. Here's the cryptic, or the trapped spell book. I think the Pyromaniac Mage is good because it's a d6 plus 1. And 75% doesn't quite cut it. Anybody want to do me, you know, a charisma blessing? Steele, you got any of those charisma blessings that you like so much? Yes, you do. Bingo. All right, so we get 1d4 new spells, which is very nice. And we got only one. Well, hopefully it's a good one. The odds of that are small, but yeah, okay. What do we got here? This looks fancy. It's B. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's okay, but no. Now there's a shellin on top, so I guess I'm gonna do this now to get the stone head. And okay, well, we'll bury these lead blades because they're terrible, and close this place off. So now we're gonna go here. We're really closing in pretty fast here. I've only spent like half the time. I could even explore again, honestly. It would suck to find the monster, but the monster is the only bad find. Well, a monster or a bad barrier, I guess, would be a bad find. Yeah, we'll just go for it. Frosty longbow. Okay. That once upon a time was a premier item, not anymore. What? What's happening? So I rolled for the frost longbow, failed. Does something happen when I fail to pick up a frost longbow? The heck? That was the weirdest thing. Oh god, that would be annoying if like this bug screwed things up for me. Oh, I have to move here. Oh, now it's making a Mirian Sela move. It's a bit belated. There's a frost longbow hanging out there, but okay, well, we'll just... Oh, jeez. Uh-huh. Okay, that was good. Oh, that was some good scouting. That was some really good scouting. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was pretty great. Didn't get lucky twice. I guess I don't need Troubadour. Nope, it's not gonna tell me what I scouted. Alright, well, I guess I'll just go into it then. Scarlet and green cabochon, and this is not that great. I'm not even gonna try. Alright, I could discard Poog to explore again, but I don't know what the rush is, so we'll just let it go. I've spent only a third of the time in closed, like almost all the locations. Battered chest. Alright, that one banishes and doesn't do any, even if you fail, it doesn't do anything bad if you fail, so it's fine. Alright, so rolling on fortitude here. Don't think I need this golem. Now let's move thitherward. And yeah, we're gonna encounter the stone head. Berry augury. And now Harska's a bit stranded over there. He's all dressed up with nowhere to go, kind of a situation. Do I want to keep exploring here? I mean, I've got so many blessings. I guess I might as well use this when it's recharging one. It matches the top. So I actually auto-succeed at this, which is pretty cool. And, okay, so it's weird. It's like after someone makes a check after closing a location is when stuff happens. I never got my items, though. Okay, whatever. Alright, I guess the longsword +2 is my weakest link. Am I gonna get to see here? No. No. Okay, I'm gonna spyglass, because if that's a stone head, it would really suck. It is a stone head. Alright. Well then, I don't really want Amiri to be the one to do it, so we're just going to end the turn. Do I want to move anybody? Oh yeah, this is great! Yeah! Let's get Harsky over here. Harsk, bro, get in, man. Yeah! Oh, this is beautiful. It's now even his turn. Oh, this couldn't have worked out more perfectly. Well, we don't need the eagle anymore because we're about to close the last location. Unfortunately, Harsk doesn't have a spell, so if you went and fought this thing, everybody would take a badillion damage. So, I guess, there's really nothing for him to do except, you know, like, prep his hand. I think everybody has to move in. Oh, everybody has to move into the middle, I think, when all is said and done. So I guess I'm not going to discard the armor and the brooch. We'll keep one of them, because the final boss does deal some damage. Alright, so Ezrin's up. He's going to be discarding. He's got so many spells. He doesn't even need all these spells. I guess we're going to get rid of the spell. Ezrin isn't even with people who need spells. Are we in the right place? Yeah, there's a stone head there. Okay, cool. So we'll do this. There's a battered chest there. Alright, let's take Disintegrate out for a whirl. defeat, because it can be used to, on top of being a nice combat spell, it also automatically defeats a barrier with the lock or obstacle trait, because, you know, it's pretty cool. It's thematic. You're disintegrating the barrier and so forth. Okay, yeah, so I guess that was just a little bit of, as we might say, buggery. So, yeah. Anyway, now we're going to get some new items. By some, I mean one, because my D4s roll. I should get a t-shirt that says my D4s roll ones. Codex, my old friend. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this stone head. There's no point doing the augmented spellbook because I already know it's a sleepless detective. And let's bury a card. We're going to bury invisibility. Lorp. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, because it's supposed to now move us all to the middle. That's what's supposed to happen. Right? Isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's kind of weird. So we're doing this thing. I guess I don't need scrying anymore. What the hell is going on? Alright, should we just fight this guy? Yeah, I don't see any reason not to. Let's just fight. I'm sure I can get like a higher roll with more dice if I take the time. Why are there two cards here? There's there's a barrier, right? So they put an extra barrier. Oh, I should have kept scrying because now I might get the barrier. Yeah, there's a door spike. Oh man, that's annoying. Well, that's what I get for rushing into battle. Does this do dexterity? So there's a couple of dexterity dice right there. And there's a yabba dabba. Oh, yeah, we can use find traps. Oh, yes, MVP find traps. There we go, buddy. Okay. It's kind of weird that it put that into the villain's location. I wouldn't have done that, but I guess this kind of add a little spice to it, makes things a bit more interesting. The villain's hiding behind a door spike. All right. I could just spend a blessing to go. I'm not going to get as high of a die roll if I go right now, because if I let someone else do it, then I can play the Incendiary Cloud on it. But I really couldn't care less, so we're just going to go ahead and fight this guy. Oh yeah, there's 2 combat checks on him. Oh god. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I think we'll be okay, because we have the Wand of Enervation. So this I don't care about too much because I do have the Sahedron Medallion to block all the damage. I don't think Ezrin picked up his Sahedron Medallion, did he? He might have to just pitch some cards. Yeah, I guess a little bit of setup would have been nice, and not just to get a higher roll for bragging rights purposes against the villain. Oh no, Ezrin did get it on his last turn. Nice! Alright, perfect. So he'll fail this, but then just get the Sahedron Medallion. No Probalo. And I think, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll even get a pretty darn respectably high roll, I would say. Alright, so Sione will take the first check, the lower one. Let's pop the Wand of Enervation on this one. And then throw a Poison Blast at him. 99% already, so Harsk can shoot an arrow here, and that's already 100%. Perfect. Thank you, Wand of Fair and Balanced. Let's recharge you for symbolic measure. And now, pass this check off to Ezrin. So Ezrin can use his Mighty Force Bolt, and a Flask of Shock, and a Pyromaniac Mage, and the Rope of Runes, and all by himself be doing totally fine, but of course we're not going to let that just stand. Let's go ahead and do Incendiary Cloud, and a couple more dice, and then we're going to Poog it up, and another die, and oh, an Orb of Magic, nice. Ooh, and I can do this, and this, what's the top thing? Shallon, unfortunately not the matching one, but that's fine. Da-da-da-do. Oh, you can do a lot. You can do this, and you can bury that. Oh, and Blessings of the Gods can be played, because that's a favor. Oh, hey, so you can play your Blessing of the Gods. Oh, wow, that's actually really nifty, that when the top blessing as a favor. I saw that once before, but I didn't get to use it before like this. Rimeskull almost got to empty out his whole entire hand. Alright. Alright, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. 138, nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. I could have if I had like waited another round, Sione would have had some more blessings, and I could have done even more. But anyway, that'll do it, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. And if you want to stick around for the reward ceremony, then please do. So on this one, I think everybody picks a type of card and gets a random card of that type. At the moment, what do I want? You know, it's obviously nice to get spells, but what I'd really actually like is more blessings that match Seela and Kira's power. So it's pretty specific fishing. I'm pretty much fishing only for Iomedae and Sarenrae blessings, which are harder to get because I've already taken most out of the box. But I mean, the alternative is what? That I just fish for spells? There are some decent spells. There might be another copy of Disintegrate. No, let's just go for the blessings. That was my first instinct, so let's just do it. Let's see if I can get lucky. And there's good blessings besides that could be good. This is not good, because these are specific checks. I prefer the ones that, you know, help out with stats rather than specific skills. Yabba Dabba Doo, I don't think is a keeper. I've already got one. I don't think it's quite good enough to have them in, like, huge multiples. Pharasma, maybe. The base set blessings, with the addition of fancy blessings, are a lot weaker now that Blessing of the Gods is actually a lot better, because there's so many more interesting things for it to match. Like, for example, matching a Favor Blessing means you can play all of them. Oh, that's total junk. Okay, Hardskier, my last best hope for peace. What are you going to give me? Irori, that's absolute trash. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. So the scenario rewards were nothing, but I did at least get Disintegrate, which means I can finally get rid of Scorching Ray, I think is my... No, I have an Acid Arrow. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I got an Acid Arrow. What about Sione? You got you got Lead Blades? Wait, what? Why are you missing a spell? Oh, right, because spells were given away. I gotta make sure I do some housekeeping. Yeah, Dexterity and Wisdom are solid. Yabba Dabba Doo, I think I'd actually rather have Blessing of the Gods. This thing I definitely don't want. I definitely don't want the Codex. You need a spell. Alright, so you got Find Traps, which is not a keeper. And I think we can get rid of... Well, these are actually all pretty decent. I don't need two for Rasmus. I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. Yeah, I don't need two for Rasmus. Okay, so Kira's up. Gazra's actually decent. I'd be pretty happy keeping Gazra. Unity of Sarenrae. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. She actually does a pretty good job of having mostly Sarenrae blessings. She has the good blessings. I'll give Gazra to someone else. Definitely not Torag. Torag is just bad. I don't want any of them. Let's get the one to help me close locations. And then we have Teleport. Oh, right. Well, let's give Sione Teleport, I guess. Makes sense because it has a really high recharge check, and that's just total crap. Okay. So we're fine with all this. Let me just do a quick check on blessings. See if there's any junk blessings. Basically, Dexterity and the Spell one and the Wisdom one are the only ones I really want from the base set. So I just want to check to make sure that I don't have any junk floating around. I've done a pretty good job clearing out the junk. Aristil is very marginal, but at least it's a favor. And okay, we'll have one Lamish too, because it's a nice villain killing one. And we don't need any of these spells. Alright. Time to go to the stash. Wow, that scenario was so easy, and I don't mind at all. I am happy that there was a nice easy one for a change, because the one before it was hard enough to last me the rest of 2 lifetimes. Well, everybody, thank you so much for checking this out. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon when we take on the Halls of Seduction. Till then.